Hey guys, it's Asghar Salon Coaching, and you noticed on, I think it was Wednesday, I did a video for you guys, and the video was to figure out how much to spend on retail, why you should dedicate yourself with a partnership with somebody. And I got this message from somebody to say, is it all worth it really? Well, it's one of them things that's not my personal story about retail is not great. I got taught this behind me by someone a few years ago. If you can get your salon to this level, which I highly recommend, you'll really notice the difference in what you're doing. So, like I said, this is about staff retention in a world we're living in at the moment where people are finding it really hard to get hold of good staff. You've got to keep them, and your partnership with this particular company is going to make you do that. So, I just want to run down something that I learned a few years ago from somebody, and I want to pass that on to you. So, I haven't invented it, it's not mine. So, first of all, what you do is you open a retail branch within your salon. This is the key, is have a separate bank account and separate takings for this mini business that you're going to open. So you're going to departmentalize your service in your salon and your retail in your salon, and you're going to invest in a brand new business as from tomorrow. So that means open a bank account, especially for this, and put some investment in for the future. So I want to talk to you today about two salons that do this. So we have got John over here, for example. He's an astute guy, really quite good, and he has $5,000 to invest, and he puts it into a bank, and for somehow he's managed to find a 5%, which we all know at the moment is bonkers. It's not even going to be anywhere near that, but I thought I'd be really generous with this dude. He gets 5% compounded every single month. So with his 5,000 investment, this is what he makes, 250 every month. It compounds up all the way down. At the end of the year, he's going to have 8,979 in his bank account, which, let's be honest, that's not bad for nothing. He's put it in there, he's done nothing about it. He's made almost 4 grand by putting that money in the bank and ignoring it. Good on John. That is Mr. Beautiful. Tara, on the other hand, she decided to do something a bit different. She reinvested her 5,000 in a good product. Now she takes about $500,000, this salon does, and her retail sits about 10%. So she buys her shampoos and conditioners at roughly around $15 and sells them for 30, 100% markup, which is quite normal. So it works out ideally, she sort of needs to do about 138 items per month. That's what we've worked it out on. So most salons can sell 138, which is probably close to about 30 something a month. Not too scary. 30 something a week, not too scary. So here we go. She spends her 5,000 in month one. She only makes 1,035. It is bigger than John's increase, but she's only got cash of 1,035. So she's behind John at the moment. She's just sitting with stock on her shelf. But what she is doing is she's taking this 5,000, she's actually selling 138 at $30, she's making 2,070, and then she's replenishing what she's sold bottle for bottle, which means that she has 1,035 profit cash sitting there. So she puts it in a bank account. You know, this retail account that it's going into? It's a whole new business. Hey, so she's going to pop that in there. Now, next month, she has, for example, $5,000 worth of product again, sells the same. Now she has 2,000 cash because she's rebought all her products. So for every month as we go along, she's replenishing every single month. So she's still got no more, no less than a 5,000 investment. This is profit. Now at the end of the year, she's sitting there with 12,500 almost in profit, and she's still got her investment of 5,000 that's going to again earn her the same amount every single year. Now, if you do something with this, maybe put it into your super or your pension or put it into education, it could be anything you want. She's making 12 grand a year for nothing. There's no wages for this guy. It's working itself. But if you treat it as a separate business, two different businesses, you can push that even more. Now, I did 10% retail, but if you were dedicated and knew you were making 12,000 for nothing, for no wages, so your bills haven't gone up because of this particular, we'll call it a person in the salon. This mini business, this guy that's running this business has cost you zero. Your rent's the same, it hasn't gone up. Your wages are the same, it hasn't gone up. But you've made 12 grand for nothing. Like really? You educate your team a bit more. Maybe you get some education from the product company. Maybe you're going to actually treat it like a proper business, and you're going to have leaflets and dangly bits and run it like a decompartmentation, like a department store, excuse me, in your salon. I mean, let's just say she's crazy and now she reinvests that and she's got 22,000 on products in her salon. It's huge. And if she sells the same amount through there because she's got more product and more choice, she's now making twice as much. I mean, she's going to have 24,000 at the end of the year. Think about that. I mean, it's not big. This guy over here is Eddie Steady. He's found a really good bank that gives him super interest, and he's making 4,000. He thought he was doing okay. Tara, on the other hand, she decided to reinvest. She trains her staff, she gets it all systemized, she departments it, she actually treats it like a business. So she doesn't waste it by paying the rent with it or paying other bills with it. It's a separate entity and she wants to see that investment. So you go down the route of Tara, and trust me, there's a lot of companies out there at the moment that will help you do this, which means they'll come in, they educate you, they educate the staff, they'll give you all the tools that you need, they'll give you leaflets, they'll give you, I sound like I'm working for a product company and I'm not. But indirectly, these guys have got all the tools. Why don't you just use them? It's for free. Anyway, so at the end of it, you've got 12,000. What are you going to do with that? So you've made a bit of profit. If your product company doesn't give you free courses and free things, you know what? You can buy them. You've got the money. You can spend 5,000 and still have 7 grand. You're still better than this guy because he's only made 4,000 profit. This bit here, the 5,000, it's still there. See, most people, what they do is they get their products, they put it on their shelf, and they count it as part of their income from the salon. So they just use it to pay bills. They don't see the importance. But if you kept it separate, put it in a separate bank account and run it as a complete business, a separate business, maybe you'll pay your commissions out of this for your staff, a separate commission entity for them. You'll still end up and you'll sit there at the end of the year and go, wow, what am I going to do with this money? Maybe you'll get a larger product company. Maybe you'll design a bit more of your area to use in this. This is money that's easy. When I say easy, I don't mean as in as easy as this guy who puts it in and forgets it. But you're in the salon, your team's in the salon. This could run itself. This is a mini business within your business. Most people never ever separate it and class it as two little businesses. When you do, it'll be like investing in shares. It'll be like investing in a little business and you can watch it grow. It's exciting. It keeps you a little bit of motivation going throughout there. I mean, you can share your wares at the end, but this is profit. You're still sitting there with 5 grand on the shelf at the end of the year and 12 grand for just doing retail. And your clients, by the way, that come in have to buy retail. They have to buy it somewhere. Every single person you see walking in the coffee shop, walking down the road, on the telly, use a shampoo and conditioner. Simple as that. Why not educate them and get yourself some money? Work smarter, guys, not harder. This guy thought he was doing really good. He is. That's fantastic. Most people aren't like this, and not many are like this. Do you split it up? Do you count it as two different businesses? Do you think this is business A and this is business B? You see, when you have a business like this that is separate and you treat it as separate, which means if you have to pay staff commission, it comes out like a bill. You treat it like a whole new business in your salon. It's fantastic. You can watch it grow. You can see yourself making money, which means then you're now excited, you're positive, instead of using that to pay the bills. Because once you keep this separate, you then realize how good you are in your service, which is what your staff get paid for, a percentage of their service. So now when you work it out, when it's a whole new entity in there, you then get to see how good your staff really are at what they do in the salon. Two different businesses. Which one's going to be the most profitable? Which one's going to look after you? There you go. That's something we do through here. Very good. Do you want to be like Tara or do you want to be like Eddie Steady John? Choice is yours. Have a cracking Friday, guys.